But another, just another Hogan-related question is it, and this is one I'm sure you've get asked a million times, but a rumor I'd read from one of your personal favorite journalists, Dave Meltzer, Mr. Truth, was that the original plan for Bash at the Beach '99 was the Goldberg versus Hulk Hogan rematch, but Hogan had that changed when he wanted to turn babyface.
No, as is, in most of the situations that we're referring to here, where Dave Meltzer said something about something that happened 20 years ago, there was probably almost 20 years ago. There's probably a grain of truth or a dot or two that one could arguably, with a little bit of imagination, connect and come up with a story, which is what Dave did. Historically, Dave didn't really have any facts. Dave had information that was fed to him by third parties, and most of the time they had an agenda. They either wanted to be in good favor with Dave Meltzer, so that if, in fact, they were a third-party talent who was feeding Dave Meltzer information, oftentimes that information wasn't even remotely close to the truth. Just because it was related to Dave doesn't mean it was truthful. And many times guys would do that because they wanted Dave to write good things about them in the newsletter, because they thought, however, misinformed they were at the time, that would somehow put them in a good political standing internally. In other words, if Dave Meltzer's writing something good about me, then perhaps the people making decisions in WWF or in WCW might look at me more favorably. So I'm going to leak information to Dave Meltzer. That was probably more often than not the context of a lot of the bad information that Dave got, including this reference. My issue with Dave is that he never worked to verify it. And if it fit his narrative and gave him something to talk about, made it sound like Dave knew what he was really talking about when nobody else did, he'd go with it. And oftentimes it was just farcical. At the very least, it was farcical.